Okay, so I left off and I'm back. I had to go walk the dog. So, like I said, it comes down to this bullying thing. You know, for some reason, and I don't know if bullying is global. I only can speak of bullying here in America. I can't really speak of it anywhere else. I can only speak of it in America. Because in America, it's a big freaking clusterfuck. And it never seems to end. From my generation, the generations before me, to the generations after me, and maybe even the generations after them, apparently we're going to need a space invasion for everyone to have some sympathy and some empathy. And why does this keep happening? Because you, the adults, we allow this. Because for some reason, we believe that our kids can't be the bad guys. Because we're raising them right, they have no reason to lash out. They can't be the bad guys. You're wrong. Some of the biggest bullies come from the wealthiest houses because they're bored, because they have no way of releasing extra energy. They've never heard of porn, clearly, but they have no way of releasing extra energy other than to pick on people smaller than them to make them feel like they're somebody, as if they don't feel like they're somebody at home. I'm never going to be rich, so I'm not going to know what it's like to be a privileged person where there's so much pressure for me to behave myself and act like I'm some kind of decent individual. Well, you don't have to act like you're a decent individual because you're rich. You should be a decent individual because it is the right thing to do. You know that setting your dog on fire is not right. You know that taking a gun to school, even to defend yourself, is just not right because you can always shoot the wrong person by accident. Bullets don't have names. No one's promised tomorrow, and shit happens. Clear as day, shit happens. Now, if you watch my other videos and the one that came before this one, I'm going to try to make this the last video because I can go on about school bullying forever. And there are people that go to these schools, they do these seminars to stop bullying. Half the kids in that class don't want to hear that shit. Because those kids that don't want to hear it are generally the ones that's doing the fucking bullying. How do you spot a bully? Really? Really? You don't know how to spot a bully? I mean, in their unnatural environment of school, you can't spot a bully. You can't see the 6'4" kid picking on the 5'3" kid, or you can't see the opposite because sometimes it does happen. Sometimes there's a little bully who's 5'3" picking on the guy who's so big that one hit could probably knock the kid dead, but the big kid has been taught, by the parent, you're a big boy, you got to be real careful at how you hit people. Little guys can be bullies too. I'm not a saint. I maybe have bullied one person in my life because she was taller than me. But that was because I wanted to be like everyone else. Yeah, this is me confessing my sin to Miss Casey Smithers. I haven't forgotten you. I've only bullied her one time because she was so damn tall and I was so damn small. She's actually pretty though, but she's like almost 6 feet when we were like in like the 5th grade or the 4th grade, whatever grade we were in. Miss Smithers, you don't have to forgive me. I confess to my sins. I own everything I do, everything I've done. And most bullies won't do that because shame, guilt, they know they were doing wrong. And this is the thing, like I said, I'm not a saint. By any means necessary, I'll probably be the last guy in line when it comes to judgment and going to heaven or hell. I'll probably be the first line in the hell line. I'll probably be the first one in the hell line because God knows that's probably where I deserve to be. But not because I'm a bully, but because I'm brutally honest to a fault, and people don't like honesty. So let me explain to you why bullying happens. Let me explain to you why Columbine happened. Let me explain to you why kids are shooting kids. It's because us adults don't always keep our eyes open. We see things and we turn the blind eye to it because instead of doing the right thing to do, we do what's right then in that moment and think, he'll grow out of it, or she'll grow out of it, or it's just a phase. My dear friends, Columbine was not a motherfucking phase. 9/11 was not a phase. More radicalizations of people, children who are easily influenced is not a phase. Bullying and school shootings and shit like that happens because you adults don't want to acknowledge the shit that your children are doing. You just think everything is copacetic because you're surrounded with what you have to do at work. Yes, being a parent is not fucking easy. I know this. I'm a surrogate. I have to do the job that some of the men my sisters procreated with don't want to do because they're not men. They're just boys in men's clothing trying to be a man, or they don't know what being a man actually entails. Because being a man means making sacrifices that you don't want to fucking make. Being places that you don't want to be because that's your child. Coming out of your pocket with money that you don't have for something that they need. That's your job as a man. That's your job as a parent. But yet you want to know why Columbine and them happen. It's really quite simple. Bullying happens when people like teachers, principals, faculties, and more importantly, you parents don't pay attention. The victims are the ones that pay the ultimate price. The victims are the ones that no one looks at. I was one of those victims. Teachers never really said anything to me. They never said, well, we can move you closer to us. Because the teachers when I was in school were fucking scared of the damn bullies too. Then you have these laws where you can't touch a teenage child, even if he's a fucking giant or a behemoth who's disrupting your class. But the schools don't get really these guys because most of those guys that are bullying people are on the fucking sports team. They can score a great touchdown, but they can't add 2 plus 2, which equals 4. They can't add or read hop on pop, green eggs and ham, but they can touch a football and they know how to jam, slam. I can't do it, my hip doesn't work. But they can do all these strategical football moves, the dodge and spin, the sidestep. I'm not 20 years old. I can't do that shit anymore. Couldn't do it in the first place. I never played football, except for like in the field once or twice. But football's not my thing. Kung Fu is. But here's the thing. If you don't have eyes on your kids 24 hours a day, which is not impossible but improbable, then you don't know if your kid is the one that's going there and being bullied or doing the bullying. Columbine. From what I've learned, and I could be wrong because I don't have all the facts. I wasn't there. I was in college the night Columbine happened because it like almost shut our school down, and we're on the East Coast. Now I'm sitting here in school, and this is about the same time that me and Miss Deal had some issues. Yeah, I haven't forgotten you, lady. I brought you up in another video. I forgive you. You don't have to forgive me, but hey, facts speak for themselves. I was bullied by you. You still kept your job. I had to fight to get my financial aid back. Of course, teachers have a code of honor too. I guess in college it's cool for college teachers to bully students, which is why I never finished college. I should get an automatic degree for being bullied so bad that I couldn't go back to school because I wanted to bring harm to a teacher who had only one job: make me better. Teach me what I need to get the degree so I can excel my life and be successful like you. But that wasn't her initiative. Her initiative was to call me a liar because 3 black people can't die in 2 months' time. You're not black, so you don't really know the truth of the matter is that 5 black people die a day, and just because it doesn't reach the news, or just because it doesn't pop up on CNN or somewhere popular, somewhere that people who aren't color watch TV or read the paper, doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. And I was bullied so bad by the teacher that I couldn't come back to school. For like 3 years I didn't come back to school. I went back to school to learn how to operate a switchboard. And then I didn't go back to school. I'm still waiting for the Army to send me back. And I wanted to go back to that same school because I'm not a quitter. And I wanted to stay. I wanted to finish my degree in Piedmont. Yeah, that shit ain't happening right now. Not to say that it won't, but, it's just the concept of bullying happens when we turn the blind eye. When we close our eyes to the truth. When we close our eyes to the facts that we don't believe that people can look you dead in the face and bully you. This is the difference between something normal and someone being bullied. Normal guy goes to school. Hi, how you doing? Everybody's great. Everything's cool. Guy that's being bullied. Other people do this. Now, if you can see this, my eyes. Let me get down closer. My eyes are covered with this blindfold. Now, I don't want to do the rest of this video like this, so I'm going to make my statement and make my point. If you're going around with these on your eyes to people who are getting kicked in the hallway or choked in the hallway, like the video of the young girl that started this whole rant, you know, Mr. Hines, I'm sorry, whatever his name is picketing his school in Phoenix to his daughter, who was jumped by two older students who was bullying her. How many of you was doing this? I'm sorry, I'm not done. Let's record it. Let's record it. She's getting her ass kicked. Let's record it. Hell, if we would have had cell phones back when I was getting bullied in school, I'd be famous. Not because I fought back. Not because I didn't fight, because my bullies never got physical with me. But for all the times they said, you know what, James? We're going to fucking kill you. We're going to kick your ass. Every day we see you, we're going to kick your ass. We're going to fuck you up. And my only response was, okay, that's cool. That's fine and dandy. But one by one, I'm going to get every last damn one of you if I live. From what you've done with me, if I survive this ass whooping, I promise you, I'm going to heal. And then I'm going to kill you. Because if you don't get the job done right the first time, I'm going to fight you back. Because I'm not one of those people that likes to just walk away from an ass whooping. I strongly support revenge. I'm sorry, that might have offended you. But as a martial artist, I watched enough kung fu movies to straight tell you, I shall have my revenge. Thank you for serving me. And, you know, a lot of people won't support me saying that. And, you know, sometimes the best revenge is to do nothing. Because you give people enough rope and they'll hang themselves. And that's true. I would rather you support that than to actually go out and seek revenge. But sometimes trouble comes to your doorstep and then there's nothing you can do but fight. And when it comes to that, and when you have no choice, then I support that shit. 1,000 times over, I support that shit. But here's the thing about bullies. Bullies are only badasses when they have backup. The B in bully means I have backup. It also means that they're a bitch, and not in the female sense. Now, if you're a girl and you're being bullied by girls, then yeah, in the female sense, the bully could be a bitch. But if you're a dude, see, when I was younger, to me, a bully was just a bitch with a dick, that's all. But they always had more than one. I had a bully one time threatened me so bad that I had tears in my eyes. And I mean, I was fucked up, yo. He had my heart just a little bit. Not a whole lot to the point where I was going to let him know that I was scared of him. Because I was scared of him. But I was actually more afraid of what I'm going to do to this motherfucker had I ever got the golden opportunity to catch him by himself. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about that. And then I'm going to end this video. Now, I don't know if he's watching. Matter of fact, this is at the 14-minute mark. I'll start another video. And then you'll have an anthology because I think I've had 6 videos. I'm James Williams, Kung Fu Habit number 2. Peace, seeing you.